Yeah, here we are. Very fitting that the YouTube shuffler went for Ori and the Blind Forest first. Oh my goodness. Hi guys, how are you doing? What's going on? Yeah, it was weird. I opened OBS and I set like I use it in studio mode so you can see like on the right I can see what you guys see, and then on the left I can like move stuff around and do whatever I want in the next scene. So I run the intro while I'm trying to make sure my capture card is working, and then I just transition it over to the scene I want, like whatever game it is or whatever. But for some reason my capture card just wasn't showing up. It's almost like it wasn't connected. But usually it knows that it's looking for it knows that it's looking for an Elgato, so usually it just says no signal. But this time it was like, nah, no thanks. So alright. Hi. I didn't almost forget that I was streaming tonight. I definitely didn't almost forget that. I was watching some videos on YouTube. I somehow got on to watch an Unlisted Leaf unbox Pokemon cards, and suddenly I looked down and it was like, 8:25, and I was like, shoot! Like, I was listening to him open stuff, and, because he freaks out about everything, and it's fun. It's just kind of fun entertainment to watch him jump around and freak out about the cards. But, I was putting my Christmas ornaments up on my new tree while I was doing that. and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I gotta stop decorating. I have to stream. I made plans tonight. Hang on. So, here I am. I have arrived. It's Dire Crow, and Circly Nugget, and Renethil, / Rachel, and Magewinters, and Briar, and me. Because I am in the chat currently. So, yeah. I'm alive, I think. What's up? We're gonna work on these. I put them in my Dropbox with the hopes that I would work on them at work, and then I didn't. So this is where we're at with this. It's gonna get interesting. I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit because I can't read the chat because the microphone's too close. Oh, but that makes it really far away from me. It's amazing how that works. You back up the microphone and suddenly it's not as close to you. I'm not on tilt. I'm fine. Alright. What are we doing with this one? Okay. So, in case you guys didn't notice, I made a new channel in the Discord for, announcements, and in there I posted tonight after 9:30-ish. I'm gonna work on this for a little while, but at 9:30 I'm gonna switch over to Jackbox games. I purchased one of the packs. I didn't get to play video games with my family last night because they were super tired and my sister had something to do, so I didn't play with them last night. So I thought it might be fun, instead of just switching over to Guild Wars and pretty much cutting you guys off while I play Guild Wars, to just incorporate you into family game night. So you are now part of the family, and if you would like to join, I'm gonna play a bunch of party games, and my family's gonna join us, and you guys, of course, can join, because that's what it's for. So the Jackbox games they're like party games. So one of them is like Pictionary. It's called Drawful. They're collections of little like party games. But you join using a web browser or a mobile device. So you can do it on your phone if you want, but you can. Dire Crow and I found out last night that you can do it through the web browser, but you hop into the game via the web browser, and so like when I start a game, it'll give me like a server name, or whatever the session code is, and that's how you guys become part of the game, and you guys can play. I could not afford all of them. I bought 2, I believe. Which Jackbox? Which? Yeah. I bought the second one. The second one had Drawful, and that's why I wanted it. Because I'm familiar with the ones from that pack. That's the only reason I bought that one. It comes with... I don't know, maybe Director can look it up for me. I'm having trouble getting my computer to do anything tonight, so, and I'm gonna focus on this, so. Yeah, Jackbox Party Packs. So, I thought that might be fun, something fun to do tonight. We could, you know, we could all play together, basically. And because I noticed that, and I don't want to make it sound like it's all about views, because it's not, but I did notice that, like, the nights I play Guild Wars, pretty much everybody leaves. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm alienating you because I'm doing something, so... or that, like, I don't want it to feel like I'm ending the stream early, basically, because it's not something you're interested in, and so, because I want to keep spending time with you guys, especially on a Saturday when everyone is technically, like, everyone should be available. Most people are available on, if I draw it from that angle. Because pretty much everybody's available on Saturdays, usually, so I want Saturdays to be available, but, you know, it just seems like people don't enjoy that Guild Wars quite as much, so I thought, you know, doing a party game where everybody could play, that'd be a good thing for a Saturday night, because, you know, everybody's here. So, I mean, you guys show up for everything anyway, because, you know, you're insane and I love you, but... Volume 2, yeah. Thanks. I tried to Google search it, but it's hard to do because I have to, like, twist around to get to my other computer. If you guys saw the picture I uploaded of my cat sitting in front of my microphone, my desk is a corner desk, so... What's in box 2? A lot of pop-ups on this website. It's actually kind of incredible. Hooray! I'm glad you got your stuff done. There it is. Jackbox Party Pack. Comes with... Like, that doesn't seem right. The top there. Quiplash, Fibbage, Bomb Corp, Earwax Idiots. Or Idiots? But it also has Drawful, I'm pretty sure. Well, I know it has Drawful because we tested it last night. I don't know. Whatever it was. I don't know too much about that, so I will not be helpful on. I can potentially help you figure out perspective. I could try, but you know, human history, not so big on that one. Oh, is his noise kind of... Yeah, it's kind of the same as, it's similar to your other characters, so let me adjust. Gotta beef up this nose a little bit, he's looking a little feminine. I think it might be the accidental eyelash on the back of his eye. I don't know why the version I bought has Drawful. Which version has Drawful? I don't know. Well, I bought whatever one has Drawful, so maybe it wasn't that one. But so if you guys stick around after 9:30-ish, we'll do that. So. You got a whole bunch of spikies going on here. You got one, got 2, 3, 4. I have to adjust his eye in a little bit. Yeah, Briar, that's what I did when I got home, I went shopping and my feet just hurt so bad that I, you know, chopped up some vegetables and chicken and just popped them in the oven for like, you know, 25 minutes and just sat on the couch and just relaxed and chatted with you guys for a little bit because I was so tired. I did that a little bit last night since I didn't really get to play games with my family a little bit before. I just hung out with them. Because we just hopped on Discord and just chatted for a little bit then, but I was trying to figure out what was going on in here, but that's his hair, so. But, yeah, so I last night I worked on some more, Lore Handel stuff for a little bit since I had some time to just sit and hang out, so. Pretty much my favorite seasoning topping, like, on anything, just a combination of seasonings, is, like, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of pepper, and depending on what it is, sometimes paprika. But, oh my god. Just onion and garlic powder is, like, the best thing ever. My dad seasons chicken with that, and it's just, oh, it's so good. I pretty much put it on everything, just because it's such a good combination of spices. Oh, hey, stop sign. What's going on? I like his little funny, ear tentacle things. Sort of interesting. Well, I must have bought volume 1 then. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't volume 2 then. I thought it was volume 2, but I guess not. Point being, we have Jackbox games, so. Excuse me, that's what we're doing tonight after I'm done drawing. Nugget was helping me develop the Veos a little bit. So they're coming along nicely. I might work on their sheet next. We're gonna have to adjust, I think, his head angle a little bit once I get his anatomy down, but for right now I just want to get him drawn and then we'll adjust pose, because a lot of it's just gonna be slight pose changes. Alright, so he's kinda got long torso. I need to bend his torso, yeah. Already tell he's gonna be too tall, so let's just fix his head now. His nose is kind of bugging me a little bit too. Let me shorten that up. The nice thing about doing this on stream is that if I do anything severely wrong, then, you know, Mage can be like, hey, what you doing? Stop that. You can just fight me, because you're here. So how was your guys' day? What did you guys do today? Chatted with you for a little bit, but anybody do anything exciting? Anything new going on? I actually went out today, not to buy Christmas things. I actually went out to play Pokemon Go, because, you know, Ho-Oh came out, so I went out and did a couple raids and got Ho-Oh, and then somebody asked me if I did Christmas decorations yet, and I was like, I don't really have any Christmas decorations, and they were like, go to Walmart. You could probably get, like, enough stuff for, like, $100. And I did. So... Mage, what are you doing? Are you getting into trouble? Mage is getting in trouble again. has bigger hands as far as I can tell. Prior, yeah. I think that sums up college life pretty well. Oh. I mean, I don't really get League of Legends, but I'm not gonna judge you for it, I guess. I don't know why you're playing it. So, stop sign. That one of the characters? I'm not super familiar with League, because I don't play it. I was gonna say, Renethil plays. Rachel has played. Loser. I mean, it's a game. You've suggested it. It looks like a game. That suggestion folder is all full of things that I will probably not get to anytime soon, honestly. Like, you guys have left me some really awesome suggestions, it's just I have so much other stuff to play at the moment that, so right now we're working on Ori and the Blind Forest, and that's probably what I'll be doing for the next couple weeks. You guys are more than welcome to leave suggestions, but I will probably not get to them for a few more weeks. Depending on how long it takes me to do Ori, 2 days at a time. But I gotta have plans for the future, so. It sounds a little bit like, and forgive me for making such a terrible reference because I operate entirely on Nintendo games, but it sounds a little bit like Jigglypuff in Super Smash Brothers, where like you could put people to sleep and then immediately use whatever that. I think it was like her down A or down B or something, and but it would like one hit kill people. But it was easier to do it if you had used Sing to put them to sleep. Like it makes me think of that like it makes you fall asleep and then you can do ×2 damage on the next attack. Oh, see, I don't know anything about League, but I'm reading what you're telling her, and it's like, and she can do this, and she can do this, and she can do this. That seems like a good, balanced character. I'm gonna have to shrink you down in a minute, friend, because you are way too big. What about it? Stop sign. I remember which one you suggested. Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust your, Mage, real quick, how many toes does he have? Had you decided? Because he has, like, dragon feet, right? So I imagine, like, 3 or 4? Does he have any kind of like a dew claw? I'm gonna give him a dew claw for now until you tell me yes or no. You want him to have like a spike on his heel? Anything like that? I mean, I just realized there's like 15 ways to draw a dragon anthrofoot, so I'm gonna have to readjust his head and the table because his head's too big right now. Ah, Animal Crossing music. His hand is also too big. Okay, dude. And my kitty was very confused about the tree today. She was just, like, sniffing all over it and checking it out. It kind of made me wonder if she's ever seen a Christmas tree before. Like, I don't know if she has, like, I don't know what her circumstances were for ending up in a shelter. Like, I don't know if she lived with a family and then the family couldn't take care of her and they gave her up, or if they found her or, you know, whatever. I don't know what the circumstances were for her getting put in the shelter, so I don't know, like, if she's ever seen a Christmas tree. Yeah, stop sign, I told you I know what the blob is when you asked me about it. I know what it is. Yeah, it's in there. I saw it, I checked out the thing you linked. So, yeah, that was fun. She was funny though. I was putting the ornaments up, you know, and I had all the hooks out on the table. And she walks over to where I'm sitting and she reaches over and she kind of like does that little cat thing where they like pat at stuff on with their paws to see what it is. And she just knocks all my hooks on the floor. Like, she just knocked the bulk of the hooks onto the floor, just, and then walked away. That was all she wanted. She didn't want me to pay attention to her. She just wanted to do it, because they're great. Oh no! My mom always tells us the story about her cats that she had, when we were, like, before we were born, that when they were really little, like, when they were, like, babies, they used to sit inside the tree, and that's what they did. And then when they got older and bigger, and the tree could not sustain them, one time in the middle of the night, of course, she heard crashing coming from downstairs, and they had knocked the tree down because they were too big. I am contemplating whether or not I want to put a cloth on this table. I think I do, because I kind of don't feel like drawing the legs of the table. So your friends are now having lunch on a cloth table. I think that's what I was drawing already. But I also think that table's perhaps a bit too close to him. I'm going to scooch his leg back. I think I'm going to have him more slouchy. Push him back a little bit. Cats are funny like that. Just remove the table. They're just floating in space, having lunch in space. No table, no chairs. Don't worry about it. Cats are super weird about their litter box placement. The thing for Shay that's nice, though, is that I really actually literally have nowhere else to put the litter box than where it is, so she's kind of stuck. Like, she just kind of has to deal with it, because there's literally nowhere else to put it. It's like he's mad at you for not getting it right the first time. You finally got it, stupid human. I don't understand why you didn't know where to put it. You know, he's like, it's almost like he's mad about it. Dogs, you have to, like, walk them and shit, though. No thank you. Someone else can walk their dogs, and I will just play with them when I see them at the park. I'm okay with that. I feel like his arms are too big. I can't tell if that's because I'm not used to drawing actual muscular arms, or if I've drawn them too big, or I don't know what I have done. Dogs are incredibly not easier to manage. I will fight you on that. I love dogs. I like other people's dogs. I sometimes even like my own dogs. My dad's dogs are great, but they are also the worst. I will never have my own dogs unless, you know, my future spouse has a dog. Then it's their dog, though, and it's their dog and their problem. And I'll probably end up taking care of it. But, like, no thank you. Dogs are way too much work. They're so needy. And I love them, and they're great. I don't judge any dog people for having dogs. I don't think dogs are the worst thing ever. I just think that they are absolutely not low maintenance. They are definitely not easier to manage than a cat. I think they are just as much difficulty to manage as a cat. We had a lot of trouble. My mom had a lot of trouble with her cats peeing on stuff. I'm hoping Shay doesn't do that at any point, but yeah. I have 2 dogs. My dad has 2 dogs, and because I was home, I usually work night shift at Babies R Us, so I spent almost all day with the dogs, and I work closing shift, so I was home all day with the dogs. They were not easier to manage. They were very poorly trained. You have to train your dogs right. If you don't train your dogs well, then they're a nightmare. And that's all there is to it. You know, maybe dogs are easier to manage, but you have to have them trained. And our dogs were not very well trained. They're very good dogs. They're sweet. They like people. One of them's kind of mean, but that's because of her breed. You know, it's just, but it's like I said, I think that they are equally easy to manage. I don't think they are easier. It's not that I don't like dogs. Like I said, I am more of a cat person. Because for me, cats are lower maintenance. But, and they are not quite as in your face about, like, dogs are really excited really easily, and I can't handle that. That level of energy is just too much for me. But I like other people's dogs. You know, like I said, if I'm at the park, I really enjoy being around dogs. I love, like, when I went to the Thanksgiving thing with the neighbors downstairs, when I went to their family's, you know, dinner party, they had 2 dogs, and I played with them the whole time because they were the best thing ever. I love dogs. I just don't want a dog. I would much rather play with someone else's dog. It's like my feeling towards children. You know, children are cute. They crack me up. Children are some of the funniest creatures on the face of the planet, but I don't want any. I do not feel comfortable having responsibility for a tiny human. I can already barely take care of myself. Thank you. Yes, kittens and puppies are also equally adorable. Yeah, Briar, that's pretty much exactly what it is. It's just that, like, part of it's that they're getting old too. Like the one dog, she just takes like 8 years to go out and go potty, and part of it's that she's old, but part of it's also that she just wants to be outside. But no, but it's just that, like, there's not a lot of people home to take her out and take her for walks. Sort of ended up just being circumstances of the family's jobs that they didn't know were going to show up when we got them, you know? It's just the jobs, everybody's jobs got really busy, and then it was like, oh shoot, we don't have as much time as we thought we were going to have, you know? So they're good dogs. They're super sweet, and I love them, and I don't wish any ill upon them. I don't hate them. You know, I love them very much. I after handling them for so long, I've decided that dogs just aren't for me. They're just not my thing. I will happily enjoy other people's dogs. You bring a dog to a dinner party, I will love the hell out of that dog. That dog will never receive more love in their entire life than they will from me. I will love them until they do not want to be loved anymore. But then they go home with you at the end of the night. Yeah, can you imagine this monstrosity having children? Yeah. I am hardly managing my own life. Thanks. But no thanks. Good on that front, even if I were, you know, in a relationship. Just no thank you. I worked with kids. I worked in a kids industry. No thank you. Your cat's really mad at you, Rachel. Most huggable looking animal? Actually, I don't think axolotls are huggable at all. I don't think they look huggable even a little bit. Most huggable looking animal. Question. I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. You couldn't really hug an axolotl. That's the problem. I'd answer axolotl immediately if you could hug them, but you can't, so... Hey, this isn't looking too bad so far. Yeah, giant rabbits are the best. One of the ladies I worked with had at one point in her life had a giant rabbit. She said he was great until he got old, and then when he got old, he started getting a lot of, like, gross junk in his fur. Because he couldn't clean himself, I guess. I don't know if they clean themselves. I think if bears didn't maul you to death, they kind of look like they need a hug, but also they would maul you to death, so... You know, that's a thing. I suppose we're going with, you know, things that cannot murder you. Or cartoon animals that would not murder you. Is that the you know, point here? Is that what's happening? I'm gonna scoot the back of this chair a little bit. It needs to be... I mean, he's already sort of huge in the chair anyway. Actually, that's a good point that I just made to myself. I am not going to draw the chair on him yet. I am going to draw the human first, scale them, and then draw the chair because he's going to be really big in the chair either way. So I might need to, like, he might have to be sitting in a little tiny chair. The chair's going to be, like, human size. Birds don't really like to be hugged, though. Ferrets are super cute. I don't know anything about them, but they're super cute. I know you can't keep them in California for some reason. So if you live in California, rip having a ferret. You know. Alright. Let's do human Jesus here. Or maybe he wasn't Jesus, I don't remember. They're actually pretty much the same size. He's not gonna be in a chair. I just said human Jesus, as if Jesus was not a human. I just, unintentionally implied that Jesus was not human. But in fact, the whole point. The whole point of Jesus was that oh, we went to see, the other week, actually it was the day after Thanksgiving, the neighbors downstairs invited me to go with them to see, that animated movie, The Star, that's about the donkey that carries Mary to, the, you know, to Bethlehem or whatever, and it was so cute. Like, that was a super cute movie, and what was funny about it was that the sheep was, like, the best thing ever. That sheep was so cute. You know, for being like an animated kids movie about, you know, about a biblical story, it was pretty good. It wasn't like super preachy. It really was a lot about the donkey, and it was pretty funny. Oh yeah, Briar, that sounds super unsafe. I would never be able to do that. If I ever even one day get my bird, it's gonna be the same thing. It's like I will never let that bird out of my sight if Shay's still around when that time comes, you know, like, because I don't know what kind of prey drive she has, but she's like, her favorite thing in the world is her feather based toys, so that makes me concerned. Yeah, it just seems super unsafe to leave prey animals out there. I do think everything is cute, but look at this sheep. Look at this sheep specifically. Look how fucking cute she is. Like, the way they make her stand. She's so great. Like, a lot of the... I don't know why there's no... And also, this happened in the movie, so... But her little legs are, like, perfect. Like, they look like little sheep legs. This movie was really cute. Okay? It's not one of my favorite movies of all time, but it was pretty cute. It was a good, enjoyable weekend thing. So, yes, I do think everything is cute, but... specifically that sheep. I'm not exaggerating. The movie was about, yeah, it was about, it honestly really starts, it's really mostly about the donkey, and it's about how he wants to get out. He's a mill donkey, and he doesn't want to be in the mill anymore. He wants to go out and join the royal caravan or whatever that travels around and entertains people, because he wants to do something important with his life instead of, you know, walking around in a circle, tilling, you know, crushing grains and whatever. And, he breaks out and ends up hiding at Mary's house, and it's like after she's, you know, pregnant with Jesus or whatever, and she takes care of him, and some stuff goes down, and that's pretty much the gist of the story. But it's mostly about him wanting to not be a mill donkey anymore. Honestly. that's honestly what the story's about. And then it's like, oh, plot twist, the baby's actually God's son. So actually you carried, you know, the King of Man or whatever to Bethlehem, so you actually did do something important with your life. It's got one of those, like, kind of like, where Mary's always nice to all the animals kind of thing, like the kind of like Cinderella is always nice to the nice to the animals, and so the animals like her. It's kind of got that kind of to it. Was it Dominic the donkey? Because if Miss Ma were here, she would know all about Dominic the donkey. That has been her chat's favorite thing for the last week. Everything has been all about Dominic the donkey. Your head is roughly the length of the other. So let me sing. Hip. Drink. Nope. Hip. Like that size. Come on. Maybe not. Ah! Thank you, Altair Jones. Welcome to the Axie stack. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Of course, you know, Streamlabs hates me, but appreciate it. Nestor the donkey, and he has rabbit ears. Interesting. I'm gonna look him up. Nestor the donkey. I have no idea what this is. I have never seen this. Welcome, welcome, friend. I recognize the claymation style. I think I've seen other, movies in this genre. Like, I recognize the style of the human characters. I don't know why I've never seen this one. Interesting. I've watched a lot of those little claymation things. I think everybody's really, honestly, watched them, though. Tip his head a little bit. He's a little looking over the other guy's head. There we go. Better. Yeah, I got the notifications working. Actually, I also went through, you know, again, just in case, all of the notifications now have their own sound so that I will be able to identify them even if OBS ends up in the background for some reason. I liked the claymation movies. We watched them all the time. I guess the other hand would actually... Trying to think of the pose that I'm attempting to do. I need to give this guy an eyelid. Yeah, there you go. That looks a little more like... As I immediately undo it, this has a little bit more of a, hi, we're on a date, and not that we're having a friendly discussion. These guys gotta look like they're on a date. I never had, like, a favorite one, though. I just sort of liked all of them, but, like, they just sort of all felt the same. Like, they all had that fun, like, Christmas feel to them, but, one of my favorite songs from those claymation Christmas movies was the Heat Miser and, what was it? Heat Miser and Snow Miser? That song, oh, I love that song. Every year, that was, like, the only song that came on at work that I was like, yes! This song again. Working in retail at Christmas, you're like, oh my god, how many versions of Jingle Bells are there? Please, make it stop. But, I don't know, that one I always enjoyed a lot. I always liked that one. Maybe I should follow in Ms. Maw's footsteps and do Christmas music for the next week, because that's pretty much what she did. She just made she put on Christmas music. All right, table, you're coming down a little bit. Oh, actually, I can just move the human up. Never mind, that's easier. Oh, okay, hang on. 6 things happened in my brain just then, and none of them translated correctly the way I wanted them to. Alright. And up you go, just a little bit. There we go. Now you're on the same height. Oh, Shay, please don't. Continue laying on your blanket. You don't have to sit on the laptop. That's really okay. No, please. Shay's like, I don't understand why I can't lay on the warm box. The silver cube is so comfortable. Why can't I lay on it? Because I'm really far into this commission, Shay, and if you break my computer, I will not be happy. There you go. Lay it back down. This cat is the best thing ever. Was that in your favor, Mage, or was that not in your favor? Also, how's this looking so far since you're back momentarily? Got your man friends hanging out, having dinner. Let's get in there. How you doing, Altair? Sort of already asked everybody how they're doing, but I like to double check see how everybody's day is going. Is everybody getting ready for the holidays? It kind of sounds like most of you guys celebrate Christmas, but you know, you never know. Oh, I was just I saw you were talking about the stacks of something, and I was wondering if that was in your favor or if that was not in your favor. Like, were you playing her or was that against you? I'm gonna need to know at some point whether or not this guy wears shoes, because he has robes, but that doesn't tell me much. Oh my god, that All I Want for Christmas Is You is literally everywhere. I think that was maybe the worst offender. That, like, small. Hold up. That, and then do... Small, hang on. The human, whose name I have forgotten. Does human boyfriend have shoes? Or does he wear, like, sandals? He looks like he would wear sandals, but I don't know, so... Ah, cool. Well, thanks for the poke, Briar. I'll put a foot in there. I just need to figure out, looks, you know? I feel like he would be the kind of guy that would cross his legs. Aw, Dire Crow! Alright, Stop Sign. You have a good night. Get some rest. I feel like everything on him is maybe a bit too small. Let me up him up one more size. Oh, not even on the same layer. Hang on. There we go. Bit big now. Actually, nope. I think I figured it out. Alright. And then you get to be slightly bigger. Slightly. Beautiful. Oh, okay, you don't know. I'll give him sandals for now, because he looks like he would wear sandals, but, you know, if you change him, we can certainly arrange that. Yep. Keep drawing for a little bit longer, and then we'll swap over to, some games, if you guys are interested. Play some party games. Kinda looks like this piece, like, wraps up around. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't, like, somebody else's character, that, like, I need to be careful about what their character looks like. But if it's just an NPC, it probably doesn't matter that much, whether he has, like, sandals or... I'm gonna just draw a robe on him, so... What's this from? Oh, this is from A Hat in Time, okay. It sounded familiar for some reason, even though I've never played A Hat in Time. I think I need to slide back a little bit still. The joys of rearranging a pose for the 15th time. yeah, definitely rocket boots, actually. That makes way more sense. There we go. Get our little human Jesus friend out on a date with his big dragon friend. Or unless the big dragon friend was Jesus. I don't remember who's who. I don't know too much about these characters. I typically don't remember too much about the characters that I get handed reference for because it's like, and this is this person. Yeah, I'm not having to create the character from scratch or anything. Did I tell you guys I finally found a pizza that doesn't make my mouth taste like garlic for my entire life? Because I had pizza last night and it was the best thing ever. Like, I never have pizza for dinner, like, even the ones you get from the grocery store, because my mouth tastes like garlic for 15 years. Dragon Jesus. Okay, the dragon is Jesus. Alright, interesting. Good to know. So the human is not Jesus, even though he has a porcelain hand around his neck for some reason. Let's put your peepers in there. Those eyeballs. Do you get white pizzas? Because that's probably why. I can only eat white pizza because white pizza doesn't have tomato sauce in it most of the time. Unless people are stupid and don't know what a white pizza is. But they're like 90% garlic. It's literally like someone just chopped up a piece of garlic, you know, a garlic clove and just threw it on top of a pizza and like sprinkled cheese over it. You might as well just be eating garlic. The human is Jesus. Okay. Well, you have confirmed that human Jesus wears Romanesque sandals. Okay. We're gonna write that down. Sand. Because I'm gonna switch over to games in a moment and, I wanna make sure I don't forget that. I think I actually just drew that line in there and then immediately erased it because I am a spaz. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Yeah, so this is happening. This is coming along alright. This is going, you know, pretty quick. I'll probably adjust the cropping at some point because I'm not liking how they're centered to the left so much, so I'll probably adjust that once we start filling the background some more. But if you guys are in the mood, we can switch over to doing some party games. You're feeling it. I know you guys like the art too, but want to kind of jump around a little bit. Audience participation, of course. So I'm gonna do that. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna stick you guys on, You're just kind of laying here watching, alright. I am gonna, put you guys on BRB for a second, mute my mic, and, I'm gonna see if, the fam is around, and then, we'll go from there, alright? I'll be back in just a moment. Please enjoy your other music.
Hello.